Students, in last lecture we have started reproductive system. Now reproduction in animals. Today we are going to learn about the human reproduction. In this chapter, main thing we are learning is that reproductive system of human being, male and female. In human reproduction, if we see, the humans are unisexual. Means there is a sexual dimorphism. There is a sexual dimorphism. When in a species, both sexes are separate. Male sex is different and female sex is different. Means some morphological changes are there, or some physical stature somewhat is different. Then that is called as what? Sexual dimorphism. So there is a sexual dimorphism in human being. Now if you see, there are many steps in human reproduction. Gametogenesis, then fertilization, insemination, fertilization. Then after fertilization there is formation of zygote. Zygote formation is there. Then after zygote formation there is gestation. And after that the next step is parturition. These are the main stages, main steps in human reproduction, in which first step is gametogenesis. When there is a formation of gametes, male and female gametes, then that is called as gametogenesis. The detail how male gamete is formed, how female gamete is formed, what are the steps in it, we are going to learn it later on. Then after that, after formation of gamete, there is insemination, because the male forms the male gametes, and these male gametes are ejaculated or inseminated in the female reproductive part. So it is called as what? Insemination, because the liquid which is formed in the male reproductive system, which included male gametes, that is called as semen. That is called as what? Semen. And this semen is inseminated. When there is a mating between male and female sex, then the semen is inseminated in the female reproductive tract. That is insemination. We are going to learn it. Then after that, after insemination, in the female reproductive tract, the male gamete reaches up to the fallopian tube, and in fallopian tube there is a union of female gamete and male gamete, that is called as what? Fertilization. Then after fertilization there is a mitotic division taking place in the zygote, and the zygote is after that fusion of male and female gamete, zygote is formed, and in zygote, after zygote formation there is a development in this zygote, and that is called as what? Embryogenesis. in which there is a mitotic division, a mass of cell is formed. After that mass of cell is formed, there is a cleavage stage, blastulation stage, gastrulation stage. So these stages are included into the embryogenesis. After that, gestation. Gestation, what is gestation? Gestation is a period between zygote and parturition, zygote formation and parturition, the development, all these developmental stages up to the birth of the child, then that period is called as gestation. Means in human being, gestation period is near about 9 months, 9 days, or the day there is a difference, somewhat difference. Sometimes there is a early delivery, then that period is less. Sometimes it extends. So near about, approximately, the gestation period is about 9 months. Then after that, when gestation period is completed, there is a delivery of the baby. That is called as what? Parturition. That is called as what? Parturition. All these steps we are going to learn it in deeply. Then next point is reproductive parts or reproductive sex organs we are going to see in male and female. There are primary sex organs and secondary sex organs. In primary sex organs, mainly in male, testes are there. In female, ovaries. Here it is a pair of testes, here it is a pair of ovaries. So, 2 testes are there and 2 ovaries are there in female. If you see the secondary sex organ, in secondary sex organ, in males, beard is the secondary sex organ, then mustache. This is also a secondary sex organ. Then muscular stature, muscular body. It is also a secondary sexual organ in males. Then hair on chest. Hair on chest. This is also a secondary sexual character. Then enlarged larynx. Enlarged larynx. Larynx. These are the secondary sexual organs in male. If we see in female, presence of a pair of breast, then high pitch of voice, then abdominal region, there is a pelvic, enlarged pelvis. These are the secondary sexual characters in the females, broader pelvis and high pitch of voice. So pelvic region, this is the pelvic region. In females, this region is somewhat broad than males. So these are the secondary sexual characters through which we can identify that particular person is male or particular person is female. So these are called as what? Secondary sexual characters. Then the next point we will see now. that is the male reproductive system. Now we will learn about the male reproductive system. So in male reproductive system, mainly all the parts are divided into three groups. A pair of testes, then second is accessory ducts, and third one is glands. Third one is glands. And we are going to learn about this in detail. So first of all, we will see the testes. We will see a pair of testes. So if you see the testes, these testes are present in the a bag-like structure or a sac-like structure which is present in between the two thighs or in the lower region of our abdomen. So this is sac-like structure in which these testes are held by the spermatic cord. They are held by the spermatic cord. This spermatic cord is present, or it is a connection, or it is a supportive part which holds the testis in the scrotum region. So these testes are oval in shape and present in the scrotum region. Then if you see in early foetal stage, when the baby is in the foetus of mother, these testes are present in the abdominal cavity. These testes are present in the abdominal cavity. As the foetus grows, when there is a development of that foetus, then after the late development, what happens? These testes descend down through inguinal canal in the scrotum, in the sac-like structure that is the scrotum. But in some cases, if this testis does not descend in the scrotum region or scrotum sac, then that disease or that abnormality is called as what? Cryptorchidism. Cryptorchidism. Very important point. This is also asked in CET. This is also can be asked in NEET exam. So when in a male, when these testes are unable to descend in the scrotum region or the scrotum, then that disease is called as what? Cryptorchidism. That is called as what? Cryptorchidism. And that passes through which they are hold in the scrotum. That canal is called what? Called as what? Inguinal canal. So these are oval in shape, 4 to 5 centimeter long, 3 centimeter wide, and 3 centimeter thick. So now we will see first point of the testes, LS of testes. We are also going to learn about TS of testes and LS of testes. First, longitudinal section of testes, LS of testes. If you see one testis through this spermatic cord, it is held into scrotum. Then, if you see here, what happens? There is a lobules present here. Two covers are there here. One is Tunica albuginea. Second is Tunica vaginalis. Tunica vaginalis is an incomplete covering which is formed through the incomplete layering of peritoneal cavity, and inner to this tunica vaginalis there is present tunica albuginea. This is the second layer, albuginea. Here there are many lobules present. These lobules are fold like this, and in these lobules there are 100 to 200 lobules present in the each testis. And in these lobules there are present 2 to 3 seminal vesicles. Seminiferous tubules, seminiferous tubules are included in this. Then here lobules, these are lobules, and in these lobules there is present seminiferous tubules. Seminiferous tubules are there, and these seminiferous tubules are joined to the rete testis. This is rete testis. This rete testis is joined to the vasa efferentia. Vasa efferentia. Then this vasa efferentia is joined to the epididymis. Epididymis. Now this is the head region of epididymis. Head of epididymis. Here it is the corpus or body of epididymis. It is also called as corpus, and here it is the tail region. This head is also called as caput, tail of epididymis. So such is the structure of LS of testis. Now I will explain you what processes or how these sperms or male gametes are formed in this. Now, first of all, these 200 to 300 lobules are included. In these lobules, there is a structure that is called as what? Seminiferous tubules. 2 to 3 seminiferous tubules are present in each lobule, and in these seminiferous tubules, what happens? There is a formation of male gametes or sperms. There is a formation of sperm, and when there is a formation of sperm, these sperms are reach. These sperms reach up to the rete testis. Here, all these lobules are down to the rete testis. So sperms reach to the rete testis. After that, from the rete testis, these sperms are given to the vasa efferentia. Vasa efferentia is also a duct-like structure. Through this duct or through this vasa efferentia, these sperms reach to the epididymis, head of the epididymis, which is called as what? Caput. So these sperms reach up to the caput. Here, from this caput, what happens? These are transferred through the tail of the epididymis through the corpus region. So the middle portion of the epididymis is called as what? Corpus of the body region, and through this body, these sperms reach to the tail of the epididymis. In tail of the epididymis, for some period, they are stored, and when there is a process of ejaculation, when there is a mating between male and female, then these are transferred through vasa differentia, urethra in the vagina of the female. So, such is the structure of LS of testes. Now, we will see the next point, that is TS of testes. TS of testes. Now, if you see the TS of testes, this seminiferous, when we take the TS, what's happened? We can observe a structure like this. This is a tunic or bitunia. On basement membrane, these germinal epithelial cells are held. And between the germinal epithelium, some cells are longer one, that is called as Sertoli cells. And these Sertoli cells have very important function in the formation or in holding the sperms or male gametes. So this is the basement membrane here. Basement membrane. On this basement membrane, this is germinal epithelium cell. Germinal epithelial cell. Epithelium. Then these are Sertoli cell. Sertoli cell. Here there are different stages of sperm or spermatogonia are there, spermatids are there, primary spermatids are there, secondary spermatids are there. So various stages of gametogenesis or spermatogenesis is present here. We can observe here. And on Sertoli cell, these sperms are resting because the Sertoli cells provide nutrition to the developing sperms. So, Sertoli cells have also a main role in the reproductive system or reproduction in male and female or in human beings. Spermatogonia. Primary spermatids. Secondary spermatids. So, if you see, when there is a TS of testing taken, then we can observe these seminiferous tubules. These oval structure or a circular structure in there, and in this circular structure we can see the outer membrane is called as what? Basement membrane. On this basement membrane there is a layer of germinal epithelium. From this germinal epithelium, these are diploid. These germinal epithelium cells are diploid ones, and from the germinal epithelium or from some germinal epithelium, they are called as what? Primordial epithelial cell. From them, spermatogonia are formed. There is a mitotic division. We will see detail in the gametogenesis process. And from this, then second mitotic division is there. Then spermatogonia are formed. Then after that, meiosis is there. And after meiosis, this becomes haploid one. Up to the stage, they are diploid, and after meiosis, this spermatogonia, or they are called as what? Primary spermatids. These become haploid one. And after formation of secondary spermatid, this rest of this Sertoli cell. This Sertoli cell provides nourishment. This Sertoli cell provides nourishment to these developing spermatids. Then this cell, they are called as what? Epididymal cells of Leydig. And these Leydig cells are responsible for formation of the secretion of the hormone, testosterone hormone or androgens. These hormones are secreted by these cells of Leydig. So, if we see the TS of testis, we can observe the structure like this and various stages of development of sperm we can observe in the seminiferous tubules. So, this is the structure of TS of testis. Then, the next point we will see. So, for today, up to this point we have learned. In next period, we will see the accessory ducts and the glands which are produced, and we will also see the structure of male reproductive system. So, thanks.